On the frozen lake, the boy had just picked up the crystal ball when the ice suddenly collapses. The boy falls instantly into the lake. He struggles in the water, but he couldn't find a way out. He can't breathe. Suddenly, something magical happens. He was in the library. It's a flash, and it's a no CD kind of thing. Just think of a place. He could be there in an instant. After Jack left his dad, who beat him up all the time, the first thing he does is not think about delivery. Instead, he robbed a bank. Jack pretended to go to the bank to use the toilet. He takes the opportunity to see where the vault is. Then at night his mind goes to the vault. He flashes inside in a flash, but the bag he brought was too small, so he went back and got a bed sheet to fill it. In a few short trips, he has $1 billion. A small goal accomplished in a few short years. 10 years have passed and Jack is now living in a luxury New York flat. He doesn't even bother to walk anymore. He just flashes. If he wants a drink, he flashes to the fridge. If he wants to watch TV, he flashes to the sofa, and his vault is full of money. Every day after talking to girls in the pub, he goes up to the clock tower in London to see the view. But what he doesn't know is that, ever since he robbed the bank, a white-haired commissioner has been on his trail. He's been looking for him for 10 years. He is a chosen one, with a skill of flashing. One minute he's talking to a girl in a bar. The next he's surfing in the Maldives. If there's no waves, then he flashes to where there are waves. If he's tired, he'll go to the Sphinx for a burger. He's a winner in life. But then the chief finds him. Without saying a word, he starts to fight. His weapon interrupts Jack's flash. The electricity affects the mind. Seeing that he was no match for, Jack flashed to the vault. He grabbed a handful of cash and flashed back home. Returning after many years, the first thing Jack does is find his first love, Mary. He's just about to have a good word with her. But then the school bully from his childhood comes to bully him. Jack is a different man now. A flash of lightning throws him into the bank vault. The school bully is instantly confused, and Jack takes Mary to Rome, staying in a luxury 6-star hotel. A tour of the Colosseum. As the two of them are having a good time, a curly-haired man appears out of nowhere. Curly has been watching him for a long time. He tells Jack that someone is coming after him. At that moment, two figures appeared in the darkness. They were sent by the chief. Curly is also a superpowered man. He was quick and agile. He easily took out the two killers. Then he flashed back home. Jack followed him and tried to find out what had happened. Curly told him those men were called Rangers. The white-haired chief was the boss, had been hunting down superpowered people for centuries, and that everyone around him would be implicated. Hearing this, Jack panics. He dashes to find Mary. He takes her to the airport. He says a tearful goodbye to her. Jack then thinks of his father, but he was too late. His father has been killed. Grief-stricken, Jack thinks of revenge. He flashes to find Curly to help him, but Curly doesn't want to take him, so Jack stalks Curly and follows him. In the end, Curly has no choice. He agrees. Curly is driving with Jack. Pedestrians ahead. Flashback. Too much traffic ahead. Flash. If there's still traffic, let's go to heaven. Jack was still worried about Mary. He's just about to explain to Mary. When the chief arrives, Jack rushes to pick up Mary. Jack picks up Mary and flashes to Curly's house. But this time, the chief has come prepared. He's brought a machine with him that can track Jack's flash. It opens a portal. The chief comes to Jack's side. He pinned Jack to the wall in one fell swoop. The commissioner took out his ancestral dagger. As he is about to finish Jack off, Curly rushes out and saves Jack. He flashes to Tokyo, pulls the bus into the desert and slams it into the commissioner. But the commissioner dodges it. When the chief tries to kill him again, Curly sprays him back with his musket. But Mary is caught by the hook that shoots him back. Curly is ready to blow them up with a bomb, but Jack won't, because they still have Mary. Jack just grabs the detonator and flashes away. Curly sees this and dashes off in pursuit. From the desert to Rome, from Rome to the pyramids, and then onto the highway. Even the sky is following Curly, and all over the world he chased. Finally Jack picked up Curly and pushed him into an electric tower. He managed to trap him. Jack arrived at Mary's house alone. He is trapped by a cable just as he enters the door. In the nick of time, Jack's uncanny ability to send the whole house into the lake, and then to the library. Then, with a flash blast, he sends the director to a cave. Now the director can't go back if his phone isn't waterproof. Finally, Jack takes Mary on a trip around the world. If you were given this power, what would you most like to use it for?